Welcome to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. And we have two segments today. We're going to be talking about our neighbor. A lot of Filipinos are familiar with, but this time we'll talk about investments. We'll talk a little bit about tourism. And it's a place very nearby. It's probably the nearest country to the Philippines, and it's just a little over an hour away, where we have hundreds of thousands of Filipinos working, vacationing, and shopping because it's duty-free. And I guess you know what I'm talking about. We're talking about Hong Kong, the special administrative region of China, and we have with us Dr. Simon Galpin, Director General of Investment Hong Kong, who's going to be talking about many facets of Hong Kong, but most especially how it relates to Philippine business, investments, and what's in it currently and in the very near future. So welcome, Dr. Simon Galpin. Welcome.
Thank you, Gerry.
Okay, so what brings you to the Philippines, Dr. Galpin?
Well, as you said, I think many people in the Philippines have an understanding about what Hong Kong has to offer as a business location, but we'd like to give them an update because Hong Kong's been changing over the last 5 or 6 years, and that's created some new opportunities that not only the large companies, but some of the medium and even small companies from the Philippines we think could take advantage of.
I see. Are there any particular businesses that you are wooing or trying to attract to go to Hong Kong?
Well, as a government department, we'll help any business that's looking to open an office and have at least one person based in Hong Kong. But we see that there are a couple of big opportunities that have emerged. One is that Hong Kong offers a really good business-to-consumer opportunity.
Okay. Now, as of now, what is the status of Philippine investments in Hong Kong? I mean, is it, would you describe it as low, medium, high? How is it?
We've got some leading companies from the Philippines that have had a presence in Hong Kong for many decades. Mm-hmm. So we have the big companies. We've got the airlines, we've got the banks, we've got some of your biggest corporates in Hong Kong. But I think that we need to get across the message that Hong Kong isn't just for Fortune 500 companies, that smaller and medium-sized companies can also do well.
Okay, we'll talk about advantages and disadvantages because just earlier today I was watching an international newscast about Hong Kong, and it seems that rent is really going way up, and there was even a report about a shoe store, I think Gigi, if I remember correctly, was been there for decades and 2 or 3 generations, and now they're closing shop because of the high cost of rent. Now, if you're saying that you're trying to attract small businesses, but small businesses in Hong Kong itself now are homegrown, are closing shop because of rent. So how would this relate to your inviting Filipino investors there who would be just 1 or 2, you know, on that scale? What's the score?
Well, nobody complains to me that Hong Kong's too cheap, that's for sure. But the truth is that the perception is often more of a challenge than the reality.
Okay.
It's quite true that if you pick the most prestigious building in Hong Kong, the rents per square foot can be some of the highest in the world. But what that often masks is that within a very small area in central Hong Kong, you can have very different office accommodation options at very different price levels. So you go just 1 or 2 blocks, and the price could be 30% of the price you'd pay at that prestigious building on the waterfront.
Okay, let's talk about advantages first. What are the advantages of setting up shop in Hong Kong? You're talking about the small and medium entrepreneurs. So what are the advantages?
Well, if you take companies that have a business-to-consumer product, you know, Hong Kong's a population of only 7 million people, but we have close to 60 million visitor arrivals.
60?
60, 60.
Okay. What is the population again, sorry?
It's just over 7 million people in Hong Kong.
Okay.
60 million visitors come each year, and as you know, tourists in East Asia basically travel to shop.
Okay.
So Hong Kong's a great place to showcase products, brands, services that you might want to to offer to the wealthy segment of China's population, but also to the visitors that we get from right across Southeast Asia.
Okay, now I wonder if we can talk actual facts and figures, because there might be some entrepreneurs, businessmen, with existing companies, or one who would like to set up a branch or a main store in Hong Kong, and they're there right now. Oh, by the way, we are airing nationwide and in 7 Asian countries, including Mongolia.
Really?
So,
well, we also welcome investment from Mongolia too.
okay. So, is there a ballpark figure of how much they will spend or bring to Hong Kong, or to be ready to invest in order to come up with a viable business?
Well, what often surprises people is that the barriers to entry to Hong Kong are so low. Basically, for you to open a business, or me, or anybody from Hong Kong, it's the same. There's no minimum capital, so the minimum capital in Hong Kong is $1 Hong Kong dollar.
Okay.
You don't need a local partner in Hong Kong, you just need one director. And if you use the online service, you can actually register and incorporate a company in Hong Kong in 1 hour. So it's a very easy place to incorporate and set up a new company.
Now, are there any restrictions, limitations on visas? Because I know, well, Filipinos can travel to Hong Kong without any visa. I think it's good for a few months. Now, how about if you intend to go there and set up business? Do you have to inform the Hong Kong government first that, by the way, my purpose in going there is to set up business, or just go there and look for the government office, maybe your office, Investment Hong Kong, go there and say, I am Juan de la Cruz from Manila, Philippines, and I want to put up a shoe store in Hong Kong. Is that, how does it work? Can you walk us through it?
Okay, well, our job is to advise entrepreneurs and companies on which type of visa they should go for in Hong Kong. Basically, the visa regime in Hong Kong is the same for almost every nationality. If you want to set up your own company in Hong Kong, you can apply for an investor visa. And to do that, you need to submit a business plan to show that the business can support you and that you have enough funds to support yourself over the next year. But once you make that case, then you should be able to get what we call an investor visa, which is a form of employment visa.
Do you do that from here or from there?
Well, to be honest, you need to come to Hong Kong to develop the business plan. And, using one of our colleagues in our sector teams in our office in Hong Kong, we can then advise people on how to fill out the forms, check them over, but then it's up to the individuals to actually lodge that form with immigration.
Okay. Now, by the way, let's do this before, anything else. I'd like to give you a website that you can go to, and that would be www.investhk.gov.hk. Okay? I guess you're going to be getting a lot of basic information there. So www.investhk.gov.hk. And if you do that, the basic information should be there, the frequently asked questions, and also, by the way, their address is in central Hong Kong. Okay, for those of you who are already there, we air by satellite in Hong Kong. So some of you who are there and are thinking, hey, why not? I didn't know we could do this. They're in Fairmont House, 8 Cotton Tree Drive, Central Hong Kong. And of course, Hong Kong is not a very big place, so you ask any government office where Invest Hong Kong is, and they lead you there. And if they ask why and how, tell them, well, you heard an interview with the Director General of Invest Hong Kong, which is Dr. Simon Galpin. Okay, now, Dr. Galpin, we've talked about the advantages. There must be some disadvantages.
Well, you touched on the main one. The main challenge is the cost and the perception that Hong Kong is a very expensive location. Other challenges in Hong Kong would be making sure you can get the right talent in Hong Kong. It's very competitive. If you need engineers or talent, it can be quite difficult to recruit exactly the right people because there are so many startups, so many new businesses expanding at the moment. I'd say cost and availability of talent would be the first two.
What would be the, can you give us an idea, what would be the niche businesses to get into? Well, I heard you say earlier, consumer products.
Yes.
Now, is there any niche within the consumer product range that needs to be filled?
So many. But I mean, for example, in Hong Kong, we don't grow any of our own food. So nearly all the food that we consume in Hong Kong is imported. Hong Kong is actually the largest food market for Japanese food products around the world. So Hong Kong consumers are not necessarily price sensitive, but they're very quality sensitive. So they really want authentic products, quality products, healthy products. And I think the Philippines has some amazing food and drink products that would do well in Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I was surprised when I went there. One of the most expensive things were Philippine mangoes. And whenever I have friends from Hong Kong come over to the Philippines, you know, they always say, you know, pasalubong, it's what you bring back. You know, what would you like? Well, we've got everything, but your mangoes are the best. So, you know, mangoes are it, right? Now, when it comes to Filipinos investing in Hong Kong, what would you advise them to do? I mean, what are the first steps that they should do? First of all, they should find out if, I guess, the product or the service that they would be offering is something that Hong Kong actually needs. Like right now, you said food importation. Aside from that, what would other areas be where Filipinos could, I am sure you're aware of what we can offer. So please, I mean, what are the priority areas?
Well, consumer products is one. Another area is business-to-business services. Accounting firms, consulting firms, law firms.
Okay.
And the opportunity for these business service providers is actually helping the mainland Chinese companies that we have established in Hong Kong to go global. So 60% of all China's overseas investment goes through Hong Kong.
60%?
60.
Wow.
And Hong Kong last year moved up to be number 2 in the world in terms of foreign direct investment going into Hong Kong.
Okay.
All right, second only after mainland China, but also number 2 in the world in outbound investment. So for companies from the Philippines that want to attract mainland Chinese companies to come and set up here, for companies that want to get investment in their company, they can go and set up in Hong Kong to try and facilitate those investments.
Wow, that's wonderful news. So it works both ways.
It does.
It works both ways. Now, is there a figure, a realistic figure that you can give us so Filipino investors will have an idea of a minimum investment really? Maybe in pesos. I mean, is it
Yeah,
what,
I mean, it's
5,
a difficult...
10 million, 20 million?
Oh, it depends a little bit on what business they're in and how expensive it is to run that business. So there's no set amount in Hong Kong. But I mean, you have to make sure that you've got enough funds to support yourself and run that business for at least 12 months.
Okay. Cost of living for a couple, let's say in Hong Kong, in a good neighborhood, not the best, not the worst, somewhere in the middle, how much are we talking about, cost of living?
Well, cost of living to live on the Hong Kong island can be very expensive.
In the vicinity of?
Well, let's say in the region of $10,000 a month for a really, really nice apartment.
Okay.
But if you're willing to commute by ferry from one of our outlying islands, if you're willing to commute by MTR train half an hour from the new territories into Hong Kong, you can pay a fraction of that.
Which is what?
A few hundred US dollars.
A few hundred?
Yes.
From 10,000 to a few hundred. Okay, so let's just say 1,000 to 5,000, to 10,000.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, if you can spend anywhere with at least $1,000 a month to 10,000, then you know, you'll be comfortable and right there in the central Hong Kong for $10,000 a month.
That's the thing about Hong Kong. You've got all these very, very big price ranges for everything. So it's up to the entrepreneur to choose what's the right accommodation for them.
And mass transportation in Hong Kong is very good.
Very good, pretty cheap, yeah.
Okay, and Hong Kong, I mean, traffic in Hong Kong is bearable, manageable.
It's better to travel by subway than to take the road.
Okay, so you also have some traffic problems there.
Well, from time to time, yes. Crossing the tunnels from Hong Kong Island to Kowloon during our rush hour, that can take you some time.
Okay, and how long is the flight to and from, well, one way to Hong Kong to
Less than 2 hours, I think,
1 hour
to
and
Manila.
50, 1 hour and 45
it's,
minutes.
It's
Right.
very accessible.
So there, I mean, you can actually go there in the morning, have breakfast there, talk to someone from the office of Dr. Simon Galpin, and come back at night, report to your wife or to your directors, and give them the lowdown on how good it is to shop. I mean, there you go, shopping.
But we'd hope they would stay and shop as well as visit our office.
Oh, definitely, you know, and of course to invest in Hong Kong, because investing in Hong Kong can also mean that you can bring investments in. Not only will you invest out, you can also attract investments going in. And then you have the biggest market in the world right there in China.
Yes.
And of course with 60 million visitors. You're talking about 60 million including Chinese?
Including mainland Chinese.
Okay,
yes.
60 million.
Yes.
I mean, that's half the population of the Philippines. Okay, now, what is the time frame? Like for instance, January 1 or the 1st of the month, somebody goes there and says, I want to set up a business, and what are the requirements? So how long will this take? How long will this procedure take?
Well, it depends. I mean, we've got some people that really want to take their time,
Okay.
and we will act as account managers, working with the decision makers, sometimes over 2 or 3 years,
Okay.
giving them information and advice and support, so that at every step of the way, they've got the right type of information. But then we've got other companies that want to do it very fast. They arrive at the beginning of the week, they want to incorporate a company, open bank accounts, and really get moving fast. The thing that is taking a little bit longer now in Hong Kong, but also in other cities, is opening a bank account. So it makes sense to make sure you've got all the documentation, everything ready so that you can do that.
Okay. Now, if a company wants to invest in Hong Kong and then goes to investment in Hong Kong, do they have to pay you a fee?
No, I mean, the good news is that
Okay.
all our services are completely free of charge.
Okay.
And all the discussions that we have one-to-one with decision makers and investors, of course, we treat as confidential.
Okay. So there you go. There's confidentiality here, and not only that, no fees charged by the Hong Kong government. And again, it's Investment Hong Kong. And let me repeat the website that you can go to explore more, you know, the possibility of your investing in Hong Kong. And maybe you can also, this is, again, the title is Gateway to China. You know, so 60% of all the businesses in the mainland passes through Hong Kong. And of course, it's one of the financial capitals of the world, Hong Kong. You know, I mean, all major banks from all over the world are represented in Hong Kong. And this is not recent, it's been happening for decades, you know. And I guess that's one of the reasons why mainland China, decided to keep Hong Kong intact. Because of, I guess the income it's bringing in, and it's almost perfectly run in terms of business operations, right?
Well, Hong Kong is a major investor into the mainland, of course, so
Okay,
it's a
now,
major source of investment.
we have to talk about this because there is such a thing as a corruption index. And I am sure that Hong Kong will not achieve its status now if there was a problem with graft and corruption. So is there or no problem in that area?
Well, every economy needs to be vigilant about tackling corruption. In Hong Kong, we have a very powerful and effective agency called the Independent Commission Against Corruption, or the ICAC. And this agency makes sure that both the public and the private sector are as corruption-free as possible. And that's one of the reasons why Hong Kong has enjoyed its economic success over the last 30 decades.
Okay.
So 3 decades, sorry.
So what's earlier we were talking, and you were saying that you want to talk about some new developments in Hong Kong. So what are these current developments that would make the investment climate better, or even the tourism climate better? What would this be?
Well, one of the things that's taken us by surprise in Hong Kong is Hong Kong's growth in founders and startups coming to Hong Kong.
Okay.
You know, over the years, we've done a lot of work with established companies, helping them to open subsidiaries in Hong Kong from both mainland China and around the world. But now we're seeing individual founders and entrepreneurs voting with their feet and actually setting up brand new businesses in Hong Kong. And in just the last 10 months, the number of startups in Hong Kong has grown by 46%. So although Hong Kong didn't really feature as a startup ecosystem even 5 years ago, we now believe that Hong Kong has one of the fastest growing startup communities in the world.
Okay. Let's touch a little bit about tourism. I mean, almost all Filipinos go there for two reasons. One, to work, and the other one is to shop. So how is shopping in Hong Kong?
That's pretty good. I mean, we've got tremendous concentrations of luxury brands. We've got more Gucci's than you'll see in Milan, more Burberry's than you'll see in London. But shopping is becoming a little bit more, the offering is becoming more diversified. So one of our jobs is to bring new brands, new products into Hong Kong, and to give the tourists that come to shop in our city an even broader experience and an even broader range of products to buy.
Okay, and there was a time that there was a greater concentration of Rolls Royces in Hong Kong than in London, than in England, right? I mean, yeah, well, that's where I was just standing on a street corner and 3, 4, 5 Rolls Royces, passing by all sorts. So there you go. Now
it's probably Teslas. We've got a the electronic luxury brand.
Yes.
Tesla is expanding very fast in Hong Kong.
Okay, so you have, all right, I haven't seen a single Tesla in the Philippines yet, but that's the car we should have, really. I mean, especially if and when, well, for sure, the cost will go down, because that is the purpose of the company.
Yes.
They really want to bring it down. And boy, if that happens, terrific. Now, sir, we'll have to be closing. So the people of the Philippines over there and 7 other Asian countries. So what would you like to tell them, sir?
Well, I'd like to encourage you to get in touch with our office, use social media, connect with me personally on LinkedIn or through Twitter, and we'd love to help answer your questions and support you to grow your business through Hong Kong.
Okay, so with that, thank you very much, Dr. Simon Galpin.
Thank you.
Okay, and again, get in touch with Invest Hong Kong at www.investhk.gov.hk. And for those of you who are already there, they're in Fairmont House, Cotton Tree Drive, Central Hong Kong. So with that, maybe I'll surely be going to Hong Kong.
Come and see us.
To shop and to visit my friend, Dr. Judith McKay, Dr. John and Judith McKay. And hopefully, I mean, we can get a lot of Filipinos to invest there and some Hong Kong companies to come here too. So with that, thank you very much for listening to this segment of the program. When we come back, we're going to be talking about senior citizen affairs in the Philippines. I'm Gerry Cornejo. This is Open House. And I'll be back right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. And now, what we're going to be talking about would be directly relevant to millions of Filipinos over the age of 60, yung tinatawag po natin ng mga senior citizens. And of course, not only the senior citizens, but the families and friends and communities na may senior citizens. So in effect, lahat po ng mga 100 million Filipinos, the whole population of the Philippines, should be concerned and is affected by the presence of the senior citizens. And what we'd like to do now is we have an expert on senior citizen affairs. At pag-uusapan po natin would be the rights and privileges of senior citizens. And we have with us si Mr. Emmanuel Noli Villafuerte. Sir, welcome po to Open
Salamat
House.
po. Salamat.
Okay. So, Mr. Villafuerte, ano po ba itong Senior Citizen Act po ba ang tawag dito? Ano po ba yung background
The
niya?
Republic Act 9994, that's the third law na meron tayo na. The Expanded Senior Citizens Act of 2010. Kasi yung una 2003. Andiyan na lahat ng mga benepisyo natin. Unfortunately, meron pa rin hindi mabigay. Siyempre, dapat maintindihan ng mga senior citizen, kaya nananagalog na tayo. No?
Of course, opo.
Ang unang-unang benepisyo dyan ay yung after the law was passed, tapos na pirmahan ng IRR, Implementing Rules and Regulation, ang unang benepisyo natin dito sa Republic Act 994, effective July 6, 2010, if I'm not mistaken, is the VAT exemption. Dati wala tayo, Gerry. Wala tayong VAT exemption. So, VAT exemption. And don't be misled, ho. Sapagkat akala ng mga tao, akala ng mga senior, ordinarily, is 12% plus 20, akala 32%. Hindi po. Sorry po. Dapat, ano lang ho, to be exact, to make the story short, 28.572%. 28.572% ang ating combination ng VAT exemption and 20% discount, the usual. Pero meron iba ho, non-VAT talaga yan. Kaya minsan nililito ang mga senior, bakit daw hindi sila tilanggan ng VAT? Tignan nyo ho yung resibo, tignan nyo kung VAT exempt, VAT registered sila o non-VAT registered. Okay, ang mga pribileho natin, yung sa butika.
Okay.
Yung butika, obviously, merong VAT yan. So, VAT divided by, pagka ano ho, divided by 1.12, less 20%. Yun ang formula ho nun. Hindi natin pwede sabihin less 32%.
So, mga pharmaceuticals po ito?
Mga drugstores.
Okay.
And then yan restaurant, of course.
Okay.
Diyan ho, yung mga professional sa mga consultancy natin, sa mga doktor, sa mga professional health workers, lahat yun may discount po. Sa hotels na meron tayo.
Sa professional po,
20%
doktor po lang o
Hindi ho.
abogado, CPA?
Hindi ho kasama
hindi
abogado. Ang kasama ho mga medical.
Okay, medical.
Kagaya ng mga, meron mga nurses na may professional ho. Dentista.
Okay.
Yeah. And other professional health workers, lahat yun may discount.
Umpisahan po natin sa mga drugstores, pharmaceuticals. Kumisan po, sinasabi nila, in order to avail of it, kailangan daw ng reseta. Totoo po ba yun?
Tama po.
Okay.
Pero depende po. Merong gamot na walang reseta.
Yung over-the-counter?
Over-the-counter, paracetamol.
Apo.
But it's limited to 1 week supply.
Okay.
Supposing the dosage is, lagay na natin 4 times a day.
Okay.
Times 7, 28, hanggang doon na lang yun.
Ayun, tapos babalik kayo.
Babalik
Bibili
kayo.
ulit
Pero
kayo.
para sa akin, kung hindi kayo gumaling sa paracetamol, magpatingin na kayo sa doktor.
Okay.
Tama lang, 1 week
Pero
na yan.
ganun din po yung vitamina, hindi po ba?
Hindi ho, ang vitamina is selected.
Okay.
Depending on the therapeutic, yung sinasabi natin na mayroong effect na para gumaling ho, hindi lahat po.
Hindi, kunyari po, multivitamins.
Hindi ho.
Hindi kasama sa
Hindi ho.
senior citizen
Hindi ho.
yun.
Together, parang ano yun ano lang yan yung tinatawag natin na ano yung
Supplement.
mga supplement. Pero ayoko magbigay ng advertisement. Meron nung isang butika, basta meron kayong prescription, parang accommodation sa mga senior citizen, bibigyan kayo ng discount. Any kind of vitamins. I don't want to mention the...
Hindi, dalawa lang po naman itong pinakamalaking sa atin.
Hindi
Dalawang
ho,
pinakamalaking drugstore.
Ay,
Dalawa lang po ito. Okay lang po. Mention natin po, Mercury at Watsons.
hindi ho.
Yan po, hindi sila.
Generics.
Generics, okay.
Hindi generics na gamot, generics
Na
pharmacy.
tindahan po.
Oo,
Okay.
tindahan, you know.
Well, sa totoo nun, pinakamura doon. Kahit hindi kayo
mura
senior
ho.
citizen, you go there and you go to a generics pharmacy, ayan, na-advertise na sila.
But again, tama kayo, Brother Gerry, merong kailangan prescription. In fact, mahigpit ang Mercury dyan, tsaka Watson.
Yes.
Pag walang PTR, hindi bibigay. Pag walang generics na because of the generics law, wala kayong discount. Kailangan ibalik nyo sa doktor. Kaya, i-advise nyo doktor nyo, kompletuhin ho yan ng doktor ang information sa prescription.
Okay. So anyway, pagpunta niyo po sa mga, lalo pa mga malalaking butika, the leading drugstores, bibigyan naman kayo ng abiso eh. Sasabihin naman sa inyo kung ano kailangan nyo to avail of the senior citizen discounts. No? Ngayon, ito po naman, what other products and services, napag-usapan po natin, pharmaceuticals, mga drugstores, mga restaurants. Ito po bang restaurants na ito, kasama po rito, mga 5-star hotel?
Kasama ho.
Kasama po yun.
Oo, lahat.
Mula sa mga fast foods hanggang
Oo,
5-star hotels.
basta merong business permit.
Okay. Basta
Yun ang key doon. Kasi merong maliliit na restaurant. Akala nila, hindi ho.
Exempted
Hindi
sila.
ho. Kagaya mga sari-sari store lang. Yung mga sa Tiangge, yan siya, wala ho yan.
Okay. Sa Tianggi po hindi pwede.
Hindi ho.
Yung mga flea market, hindi
Hindi
sila
ho,
kasali.
hindi kasali.
Okay. Well, of course, sometimes it's up to them. Yung
Oo.
mga iba kasi nakakapunta ako sa mga flea market, tinatanong ko, lalo pa kung may kamahalan yung produkto nila, pagkain or supplement, tanong ko, meron bang senior yan?
Accommodation
Sir,
na
meron
lang.
po, accommodation.
Wala, accommodation.
So again, pag mga flea market, wag na kayo magpipilit na bigyan kayo ng...
Not unless merong business permit.
Apo.
Merong mga flea market, merong business permit. Dahil naging
okay.
permanente na yung flea market nila.
Okay.
Yun ang tanongin nyo. Pag merong business permit issued by the local government,
Okay.
siguradong may discount yan.
Okay. Ngayon, nasa restaurant po kayo.
Aha.
Hingi kayo ng senior discount.
Okay.
Ano pong dokumento, ID ang dapat yung dala to be able to avail of this? Like you, pag makita kayo, sabihin sa inyo, senior ba kayo? Baka hindi naman kayo senior citizen. Ano po ang kailangan
Okay,
nyo
marami
i-present?
na ho ngayon. Marami ngayon.
Opo.
The following identification documents, in the absence of the OSCA, alam niyo OSCA, yung regular,
Yes, sir.
national card
Pakita
natin.
po natin yung ano.
Yung national card natin, yun ang
Opo,
OSCA ang tinatawag. Everybody knows that. Everybody has an OSCA card, including you,
Junior
Jerry.
citizen pa ako eh.
Ito ho.
Ayun.
This is the OSCA
Paki-follow up
card.
na, please.
On the standard, puti ang kulay niya. Pero merong ibang munisipyo ho, merong city, may multicolor, but still, it's the OSCA, Office for Senior Citizens Affairs. Office for Senior Citizens Affairs.
So, Republic of the Philippines po yan, ano?
Republic of the Philippines, so ito.
Okay.
So, in the absence of the OSCA, kanimutan nyo, pwede ang passport.
Passport.
Original, please. Original
Apo,
lahat.
apo.
In the absence of the passport, any one of the following, SSS,
Okay.
GSIS, Voters ID, Driving License, PRC, and Postal ID.
Postal ID.
Lahat kasi yan merong date of birth.
Okay.
But be sure you have to present the original ho.
Okay.
Huwag kayong magmalaki na Xerox copy or scan. At pag hindi kayo binigyan, huwag ho kayong magreklamo kayo may violation. Sapagkat the law says original.
Okay. So, ngayon, kasi yung mga iba, I think yung mga complaints na naririnig ko, they're insisting na kailangan yung senior citizen card, yung OSCA mismo. So, pwede pala po ang SSS, GSIS,
Passport.
Voters ID, original passport, driver's
Driving
license,
license, PRC,
postal
and
ID.
postal ID.
Ayan. So,
Lahat po yan.
pito po yan. Walo po yung pagpipilian nyo.
Any.
Okay. Ngayon, pag magpunta po kayo sa restaurant, that's all you need.
That's all
Tapos,
we need.
bibigyan po kayo, less VAT, and then less 20%.
Correct.
Okay. Ngayon, paano po yung commission pag grupo? Kunyari po, pamilya ng 5, isa lang yung senior citizen.
Depende ho. Kung na-establish yung kinain ng senior citizen, separate transaction.
Ayun.
That's the rule of the BIR.
Okay.
Kung na-establish, kahit na 5 sila, halimbawa sa Jollibee,
Okay po.
alam mo kung ano in-order ng senior, separate transaction. Pero kung labo-labo ho, halimbawa sa Chinese restaurant, hindi ma-establish ang pansit, kung ilan ang kinain, hindi ma-establish, divided by the number of diners
Ayun.
times kung ilan na number of senior citizen. Yun lang ang merong VAT exemption, yun lang ang merong except drinks, separate transaction ng drinks. Hindi pwedeng divide by drinks.
Apo.
Yun lang ho.
Mga alcoholic drinks, wala akong senior yan.
Kasama.
Alcoholic drinks?
Kasama. Wine.
Mga serbesa?
Beer, yes.
Sa supermarket po, kasama?
Hindi pwedeng
sa
take
restaurant
out.
lang?
Sa restaurant lang. At
okay,
saka you have to drink it there. Hindi pwedeng take out. Yun ang rule ng any drinks. Kasi nakalagay sa batas, Gerry. Food and drinks
Okay.
in general. Walang sinabi soft drinks, walang sinabi wine, any kind of drinks.
Ayun.
Maliwanag.
Okay, malinaw
pa.
ha. Pero huwag
Maliwanag.
naman kayo, kung senior na kayo, huwag naman kayo maglalasing na.
Oo.
Ay, isa-isang bote na lang, o ba? Isa-isang shot. Ayun
Hanggang
po.
dalawa.
Kahit dalawa, ayun.
Pwede.
Ayun po, pag pupunta po bumalik po tayo sa pharmaceutical, sa drugstores, meron po kailangan, aside
Booklet.
from the reseta, kailangan po ng booklet. hindi po pwede yung ano lang.
Hindi pwede ID lang.
Hindi pwedeng ID lang, hindi pwede reseta lang.
Hindi pwede reseta.
Kailangan po ng...
Booklet.
Ayan, pakita po natin yung booklet.
Booklet.
Ito pong
Kanya-kanya ho yan.
pinapakita ni Mr.
Ito
Villafuerte.
sample ng Makati.
Sa Makati po yan.
Oho.
Because he is an officer. Ano pong, kayo po bang pinuno ng OSCA sa Makati?
Consultant po.
Consultant.
Ng OSCA,
Yung
Makati.
ano po, pakita po natin yung,
Ayan
yung harap
ang
muna.
cover natin. Ayan.
Yung cover po, ayan.
Nakalagay ho dyan, senior
Is-
citizen,
ilagay po, pakita po
forced
natin.
chase is slip booklet. Sa butika ho ito.
Ayan, senior citizen purchase slip booklet. Yan po, dalawang klase yan. Yan po ay para sa mga drugs and pharmaceuticals, drug stores.
Okay, okay.
Ngayon, pag binuksan nyo po yan, lilista po ng butika dyan.
Okay, tama ho.
Yung quantity, paki-focus lang dito. O focus lang, ano. Tapos yung quantity, yung date, at saka kung ano yung gamot na kinuha. Pati yung sino yung doktor.
Sino ang doktor?
Okay. Ngayon po, palagay po natin, may sakit yung senior citizen natin.
Okay.
Pinagbibilin po sa anak, kamag-anak, caregiver, na magpunta po sa butika at bumili. Ano po kailangan na dokumento
Authorization
ipakita sa butika?
letter lang ho at
Okay.
ibigay ang original ID card and the booklet together with the identification card of the kung sino inutusan representative.
Okay. Okay. So,
Pwede ho yun.
pakiulit nga po, anong kailangan dalhin kung sakaling pupunta po kayo sa
An
drugstore?
authorization letter ho, kung hindi makagawa, kung hindi makapirma ang senior citizen, ang gagawa na lang ay yung anak na inutusan o kung sino man inutusan na kamag-anak, this is to authorize the bearer, blah, 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 to purchase for in behalf of the senior citizen. And, tapos, ipiprint ang pangalan ng senior citizen. Kung hindi kaya pumirma, thumb mark lang. Pwede na.
Okay. Okay.
At pagpunta sa butika, papakita rin niya ang ID niya na siya yun.
Okay, so authorization from the senior citizen, yung booklet, puro original po ito
tsaka
yung booklet, yung
card.
ID ng senior citizen, reseta kung meron pong reseta,
Definitely
reseta,
kasama ho.
at yung ID po ng pinag-utusan nyo na bumili,
kusina.
bumili para sa
Okay.
inyo. Ngayon, restaurant po, take home.
Hindi pwede.
Hindi pwede.
Hindi pwede yung sapagkat sa batas po, no authorization, no proxy. Kailangan physically present. Nagre-reklamo ngayon, may sakit ako magpa-deliver na lang ho kayo.
Ayun.
Hindi ho kayo bibigyan, walang violation, not unless yung hindi nakakaalam na establishment o restaurant, bawal pala yun sa batas, no authorization, no proxy, sapagkat naabuso yan, Gerry.
Oh, of course, of course.
Naabuso, nakapulot lang ng ID. Hindi alam ng...
Inaaraw-araw.
Hindi pagkatapos, malalaman ba ng restaurant na yun na hindi tunay? Naabuso ho yan.
Okay. So, restaurant po, fast foods.
Hindi pwede.
Hindi pwede po ang authorization.
Eateries, hindi pwede.
Unless pumayag sila.
Nasa sa kanila yun. Pero hindi pwede.
Hindi nyo po, you cannot insist because that is beyond the scope of your rights and privileges.
Before, yes. 9257, the previous law, yes. Pero nahalata ho na abuse kasi.
Ayun.
Nakapulot lang na wala ang senior citizen at saka yung mga anak kinukuhang, mga anak ko kinukuha.
opo.
Yan ang cases na na-encounter ko Kaya no authorization, no proxy.
So, kailangan po, kung ganon, kung sabihin sa inyo, sir, delivery na lang po.
Oo.
Wala na tayong magagawa raw.
Wala
Gawin
tayong
nyo na lang.
magagawa.
Delivery. Ngayon, sa mga supermarket po, meron din privileges ang mga senior citizen. Pakibanggit nga po kung ano yung privileges nila.
Yung 5% discount po on selected items, yan yung mga prime commodities and basic necessities na nakalagay naman sa booklet to. This is per Administrative Order number 1002, joint DTI and DA. Yung iba ho nagtataka bakit, kasi meron na ho iba, kung may nakakadinig o wala pa kayo, siguro bibigay ko na lang ang telepono ko at ako ho'y namimigay nito sapagkat dinisign ko ito, approved by the Secretary of DTI and DA, ang may kasalanan kung hindi kayo nabigyan ng bagong booklet na yung bagong AO, kasalanan ng DA. Anyway, yan po ay 5%. Andito ang mga items na hindi na natin babanggitin kung ano, selected items.
Patingin po.
Ayan po. Nadagdag dyan, Gerry, para tignan niyo po ang booklet
Bibilisan
niyo.
ko lang. Basic necessities. Ito po ang entitled kayo sa 5%. Rice, corn, bread in any shape and name, excluding pastries and cakes. Huwag naman kayo bibili ng buong cake, sabihin nyo, senior citizen, Fresh, dried and canned fish and other marine products. fresh pork, beef, and poultry meat, fresh eggs, fresh and processed milk, fresh vegetables, including root crops, coffee and coffee creamer, sugar, cooking oil, salt, powdered liquid bar, laundry, and detergent soap.
And then,
Firewood, charcoal, candles. Sa mga
Prime commodities
Prime
naman.
commodities po. Ito, na mga nabibili nyo rin to, supermarket. Sari-sari store po, hindi pwede. Supermarket.
Supermarket.
Okay. Fresh fruits, flour, dried processed and canned pork, beef, and poultry meat, dairy products, canned sardines, tuna, noodles, onions, garlic, geriatric diapers. Huwag po yun sa baby, ha? Baka bibili kayong baby diapers, sabihin nyo, pang senior. Herbicides, poultry, swine, and cattle feeds. Kasama pala yan, ha? Poultry, swine, and cattle, veterinary products for poultry, swine, and cattle. So, hindi po pwede for dogs and cats. Nipa, shingle, plyboard, construction, batteries.
Ay,
Okay.
mga ano lang, mga halimbawa sa flashlight,
Apo,
sa
apo.
pwede.
Electrical supplies and light bulbs, steel wire. Okay. Ngayon, meron pong ano ito, meron po naman limit ito, hindi po ba?
Ganito ho. You're limited to 1,300 per week.
Okay.
4 items ang papurchase nyo. Per item, limited to 1 week. Halimbawa, sardinas, kumuha kayo. Alam nga naman kumuha kayo ng 10 sardinas, good for 1 week lang per senior citizen.
Okay, okay.
Kagaya ng tinapay, alam nga naman bumili kayo ng 1,000 worth na tinapay sapagkat
opo.
limited to what you can consume.
Opo.
Yun ang rule ho dyan. Incidentally, yung pediatric diapers, inalis na rito, nagbigay sila ng bagong AOD sapagkat nasa DOHO yan dito, lugi kayo 5% lang ito without VAT. Without VAT. Pero yung geriatric diapers per se, usually, bibigyan kayo ng prescription ng doktor, bilhin nyo lang sa butika, 28.572%. Less VAT, less 20. Sinama na ho ng Department of Health sa kanilang 20% supplies or equipment.
Okay, ngayon, ito po, transportation.
Okay.
Ano po ang pribilehiyo ng mga senior citizens?
Public ho, public.
Public transportation.
Okay. Jeep, buses, MRT, LRT, PNR, yung
Aeroplano po.
aeroplano tsaka barko.
Okay.
Naghahanap kayo ng taxi. Sorry po, ganito ang istorya ng taxi po.
Hindi, pero yung po muna nabanggit nyo,
Aha.
ano pong discount dyan?
20%.
20%?
20%
Kaya kung simple, kung 100, 80 na lang.
80 na lang.
Okay, kung piso, 80 na lang. So, in other words, 20% po ang discount
Sa
ng senior
transportation.
citizen. Doon po sa mga binanggit na yun.
Transportation.
So, again, jeep, bus, MRT, LRT, taxi po
PNR,
kasama?
wala ho.
Okay. So, PNR, aeroplano at vapor.
Okay. Kasi nakalagay sa
Pati
batas.
international po?
Hindi ho.
Domestic.
lang.
Domestic lang. Okay.
Domestic lang.
O ngayon,
Maliwanag.
taxi po.
Ang taxi kasi, nakalagay sa ating batas sa IRR, subject to the regulation to be released by the respective department. Hindi pa nagre-release ang LTO ho ngayon, ang land transportation. Kaya wala ho, kahit na nakalagay sa batas meron, yun ho ang fault ng batas, subject to the release of, hanggang ngayon wala silang nirelease.
Tatlong amendment na po
Yeah,
yata.
tama ho.
Wala pa po.
Naku, ayoko magsalita. Baka karamihan ng mga LTO managers meron taxi.
Pero sa akin po naman, ito po ang totoo. In my opinion, and I'm glad you brought it up because
Tama
I've
ho.
never experienced ang kabulukan ng LTO except now. Kung sino po man ang nagpapatakbo ng LTO ngayon, I know it's June Abaya, DOTC. Naku po, nagbabayad po tayo ng libo-libo para sa rehistro ng kotse. Yung sticker lang po, hindi ma-produce.
Tama kayo.
Nagrehistro po ako ng sasakyan, sticker lang, libo-libo po binayad, sticker lang, inabot po ng 8 buwan.
Hanggang ngayon, mga plate
8
numbers,
buwan.
ganun
Pati
din.
po yung mga plastic na lisensya. First time in the history of the Philippines. Kaya Presidente Pinoy, Noynoy Aquino, kung nakikilala niyo po, ako yung boss niyo, no? Pakigawan lang po ng paraan yan, DOTC.
Bago man lang kayo umalis,
Oo, bago malapit
makinig
na.
kayo sa mga boss nyo.
Ayan, kami pong dalawa ni Noli Villafuerte. Sir, okay. Ngayon,
Sige.
marami pa po kayong, I'm sure marami pa kayong gusto ng tanangin dyan na hindi nyo po,
Makukuha sa
hindi
ito.
nyo po Ngayon, pwede nyo pong i-text si Mr. Noli Villafuerte. Ano pong text number na pwede nilang gamitin, sir?
0919
Yes, sir.
694
Yes, sir.
6911.
O, ito po if you have any questions regarding senior citizen affairs,
Ulitin nyo.
mga discount,
Lahat
mga anything concerning senior citizens, ito po ang numero na pwede ninyong i-text kay Mr. Noli Villafuerte. 0919 694 6911. Again, ulitin ko po 0919 694 6911. Anything at all about senior citizens affairs.
Anything.
Ngayon, meron po siyang programa. Si Noli Villafuerte, meron pong programa sa DWIZ. Ito po ay 882 DWIZ 882 sa AM po ito. 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. every Sunday. Kung makinig po kayo, magbibigay din po siya ng number na pwede niyo siyang kausapin directly in his radio program. 3 to 4 p.m. DWIZ 882 AM Senior Citizen Forum. Okay? Siya po ang sinong co-anchor? Sino pong kasama niyo rito?
Si Ben Canlas po, yung anak nung nasirang Ben Canlas na black timer.
Ayun, okay. So, ayun po again, ulitin ko yung cellphone number niya kahit ngayon mismo. Hindi na kayo maghihintay ng linggo. Meron ko yung gustong itanong. Pero sana po naman wag yung oras ng tulog yung medyo office hours naman sana.
Bibigay ko na rin ang aking direct line na hotline ko.
Sige po, ano po 'yon?
Hotline niya, nasa bulsa ko yan. Ang hotline ko, landline,
Okay.
02. Pero kung naka-02 na, hindi kayo magdadial ng
Sige po.
02. 02-788
Yes, sir.
5385.
Yes. Okay.
Kung 02 ang area code nyo, hindi na kayo magdadial ng 02. Direct na ho, 788-5385. Nasa bulsa ko ho yan.
Okay, so landline 788-5385. All right. So with that, meron na lang po tayo isang minuto, sir. Andiyan po mga kababayan natin, senior citizen at junior citizen. Ano po ang mensahe nyo, sir?
Magandang hapon po sa inyo, mga katribo. Tribo natin, mga katribo ho lahat. Tama ho sinabi ni Brother Gerry na kailangan matutuhan natin ang ating karapatan at hindi karapatan. Kasi minsan akala natin may karapatan tayo, yung pala wala, kagaya kaninang binanggit natin, no authorization of proxy. Nagugulat pa yung iba. At makinig ho ngayon sa sinabi ng programa ho, at marami ho ako may re-relay sa inyo. Ako, Information Center ng Senior Citizens sa Pilipinas. At maraming salamat po sa pakikinig nyo hanggang sa muli nating pagkikita at pagkakakinig.
Reminder lang po, maganda itong reminder ko. Sa sine po, 20% din sa mga sinehan. 20% po.
At meron tayong libreng sine kahit na hindi, incidentally, sa Makati.
Sa Makati, libre.
Meron tayong libreng sine kahit na hindi tiga Makati.
Okay.
Ay, advertise natin?
Sige po,
Para sa
very
kabutihan ng
quickly.
Makati.
Paano po yun? Kahit hindi kayo taga
Kahit
Makati.
hindi kayo makakamakati, meron nung libreng sine sa Glorieta at saka sa Greenbelt every Monday and Tuesday. Tandaan nyo lang, kahit na hindi kayo tiga Makati, kahit na tiga Parañaque, kayo Pasay, kayo wherever you are, Las Piñas, kahit na Pampanga, Bulacan, pumunta kayo dito. Every Monday and Tuesday lang, first showing.
Sige po.
First showing lang, take note.
With that, maraming po salamat kay Noli Villafuerte. I'm Gerry Cornejo. Thank you for staying with us during the past hour.
Thank you very
next
much.
week, I love you. God bless you. Take care. Maraming salamat po.
Okay.